Did you ever think the day would come when a Ferrari rolls past you without making a single sound? Ferrari just lit the entire car world on fire. The company everybody believed would be the last to ever go electric just dropped its first full battery-powered car, and the name alone is sending shockwaves through every collector chat in the world. The car is called Luce. It made its world premiere in May 2026. It is heading to American customers by late 2026, and the people in Maranello, Italy spent years arguing about whether this car should even exist. The story behind why they finally said yes is more dramatic than most expected. And the first whisper of the project started with one letter from a customer. So why did Ferrari, of all brands, finally cave to electrification? For decades, Ferrari built its reputation on roaring engines, screaming exhaust notes, and the kind of vibration that rattles your chest. Enzo Ferrari himself once said the engine was the soul of the car. Every Ferrari fan grew up believing that. So when CEO Benedetto Vigna took over in 2021 and announced the brand would eventually launch an electric model, the world howled. Critics swore it would never happen. Collectors flooded the company with letters begging them to keep building V12s. Then something shifted. Younger buyers, especially in the United States and Asia, started asking real questions. Could a Ferrari survive in a world where cities ban gas cars from downtown? Could the brand stay relevant if the next generation grew up around silent supercars? The answer Maranello came up with was Luce, a car designed not to replace the gas Ferraris, but to lead an entirely new chapter beside them. That decision changed the company forever. And the design choices that followed were just as bold, because Luce looks like nothing you have ever seen from Maranello before. The car was designed by Flavio Monzoni, the same mind behind the LaFerrari and the SF90. Monzoni was given one rule: do not copy any past Ferrari. Build something that feels like the future, but still feels Italian to its core. The result is a low-slung, four-door Grand Tourer with a curved roofline that flows from nose to tail like a single brush stroke. The headlights are slim and sharp. The body panels almost glow under sunlight. The wheels are massive, 22 inches at the front and 23 inches at the back. There is no front grille, since electric motors do not need one. Instead, there is a softly lit panel that pulses gently when the car is unlocking or charging. Inside the cabin, two huge displays curve toward the driver. Buttons are minimal. Materials are hand-picked, including a new fabric blend that uses recycled racing suits from old Ferrari Formula One drivers. So what is under the skin? The answer is even more impressive. Wait until you see how Ferrari handled the powertrain. Luce uses a tri-motor setup, similar to what is becoming common in high-end electric performance cars. One motor lives up front, two motors live in the rear. Combined output sits around 1,000 horsepower, with torque vectoring across all four wheels for handling that adapts to the road conditions in real time. Top speed is expected to land around 190 miles per hour. 0 to 60 arrives in under 2.5 seconds. But the part Ferrari is most proud of is the sound. The engineers refused to leave Luce completely silent. So they built a synthetic acoustic system that pipes a soft, deep mechanical hum into the cabin. The note rises and falls based on speed and throttle. It is not fake engine noise. It is a brand new audio language built from scratch. Reviewers who got early ride-alongs described it as haunting, gentle, and unmistakably Ferrari. So is everyone actually buying into it? That is where the drama heats up. Because not every Ferrari fan is happy about this car. Collectors who have been with the brand for 30 years are split. Some have already placed deposits, eager to own a piece of automotive history. Others are obly furious. A handful of vintage Ferrari owners signed an open letter asking Maranello to keep Luce in low production numbers, calling it a threat to the brand's identity. Online forums are full of long arguments about whether an electric Ferrari is still a real Ferrari. Vigna addressed the backlash at the launch event and reminded fans that Ferrari has been a leader in racing innovation since the very beginning, and Luce is part of that same spirit. Whether the critics ever come around is another story. What is not up for debate is the demand. Early dealer reports suggest Luce is already heavily oversubscribed, with waiting lists stretching well into 2028, and the broader picture is even more interesting than the car itself. And the Maranello reveal event itself was something straight out of a movie. Ferrari did not host the premiere at a typical auto show. Instead, the brand built a custom outdoor venue on the grounds of its historic factory in Maranello, Italy. Guests arrived in classic vintage Ferraris, walking past a row of original race cars from the 1960s. As night fell, the lights dimmed and a soft mechanical hum filled the air. The Luce emerged not on a rotating platform, but driving itself silently across the venue, lit only by ambient floor lighting. The crowd of journalists, collectors, and racing legends went still. Even the most skeptical purists in the room admitted later that the moment was unforgettable. Some attendees reportedly shed tears, others gave standing ovations. Whether the car eventually wins them over for the long haul, the launch itself was a masterclass in how to introduce a once unthinkable product. So what does Luce mean for Ferrari's racing arm? That is where the next debate lives. Formula One is still gas-powered, but that may not last. Ferrari has been one of the loudest voices defending traditional engines in motorsport. The Luce reveal shifts that conversation. While the road division is going electric, the Formula One team is still racing screaming V6 hybrids. But insiders say even the racing leadership is now studying ways to integrate Luce technology into future hybrid power units. The brand is balancing two worlds at once. Old school passion, new school precision. And the wild thing is that Ferrari might just pull off the impossible, keeping racing fans happy, keeping electric buyers excited, and protecting the resale value of vintage gas cars all at the same time. Few automakers in history have ever managed that kind of triple play. And the next few years will tell the rest of the story. Here is the bigger story playing out behind the scenes. Ferrari is not just launching one car, it is opening a doorway. Sources inside Maranello hint that Luce is the first of a planned 3-model electric lineup that will roll out over the next decade. The brand intends to keep its V12 and V8 cars alive at the same time, offering buyers a choice rather than a forced switch. That dual-path strategy is smart, careful, and very Italian. If this reveal blew your mind, tap that like so more fans can see it. Subscribe for every supercar drop the moment it happens.